welcome.
Everyone.
Hi, so welcome everyone. We're here today to talk about balancing the divine feminine and masculine and what that means.
Yeah.
We both did a little bit of research and going to share with you what we found.
Yes. I think we've both been finding it challenging to find that middle ground of how much feminine energy to give, how much masculine energy to give, and just kind of honing in on how to, equalize them.
Yeah, and not be too much of one or the other, or even realizing what those traits are.
In the first place, so you know where you're giving your energy. It's that yin yang that we always talk about.
Yeah, yin and yang, that's it. The dark, light, sun, moon, that's all part of it. Yeah, for me, I just didn't even realise some of my traits were masculine, I think.
Yes.
I'm in Aries as well. That's a masculine sun sign.
Makes sense.
Sun sign. So, yeah.
It's a very doing energy. Aries are very much into the, completing tasks and,
the so ruled by Mars, the war of gods. So you have that trait. So obviously naturally having that over very more masculine traits, I think.
Being, a very dominant parent, also you kind of access that masculine energy to rein in a lot of that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. When you're a single parent, you're having to be both energies. Definitely get things out of balance. That's for sure. Well, I'll go ahead and share my screen so we can get some information from a little board that I made.
Yeah, that's so cool that you had the intel to create this little board so we can all look at it. Everything's easy peasy. It's just right here, nice little area. I like that.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to make this bigger. I'm not very good at doing things.
No. Perfect.
I'm not very good at controlling the computer and talking. Just keep it going, Courtney.
Would you say that that's a masculine energy or more of a feminine energy? I think the creative part of finagling and making it centered and nice looking, very a feminine energy, but putting the energy towards doing it and putting it all together for you to look through it and for us to kind of delve into it. I think that's more of a masculine energy. So that's kind of cool. Creative plus the doing.
Yeah. Well, as you can see, you've got quite a lot of things here. I was just trying to pick one out to make bigger. There we go. So the yin energy, feminine energy ruled by the moon, governed by the parasympathetic nervous system, rest and digest, embodies softness, slowing down and rest, ruled by the right hemisphere of the brain, creativity in the arts, represented by the colour black, the darkness representing the womb space.
And it's all the colours too, black.
Yeah. That's it, night. Obviously, night's part of that, dark. Yang energy, masculine energy ruled by the sun. So obviously that would be light as well. Governed by the sympathetic nervous system. That's the fight or flight response, like you said, the doing energy. Embodies action, direction, leading and focus. Ruled by the left hemisphere of the brain, logical and analytical thinking, represented by the colour white.
So you're yin yang.
Yeah.
But our higher selves, they're very in tune with the masculine and feminine. So they know exactly when to utilize the feminine energy, when to utilize the masculine energy. You can almost say that our highest self doesn't have a specific gender because they are so integrated with both energies. It's not a force or a fight within themselves. It's just you understand that the energy to take the time to rest and receive. That's used, you know, in different parts of your life in different situations. The energy to do things and the energy to, you know, put pressure into something, like that's a very masculine energy. You're not going to use that energy all the time for every task. And same thing with the feminine energy. You're not going to use that for every single task. But it's important to know when's best to access flow state.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Excuse me. Yeah, so here we have another little infograph about it.
Hmm.
Personality traits, yin and the yang, signs of excess.
Yeah, I think the signs of excess is really interesting. Like when you're in your feminine energy too much, or when you're in your masculine energy too much. Like yin is your feminine, and yang is your masculine.
Yeah,
So like that toxic masculinity people talk about, or the toxic femininity people talk about, like that's all energy, and that is just being way too deep into one energy and not giving yourself that like ability to take a step back or forward.
yeah.
So signs to look out.
What I've noticed while looking through all of this was that I've got negative traits of both the masculine and the feminine traits.
Same.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so I've got overly negative traits, so of both of those, the signs of excess, I would definitely say.
Lack of motivation, the apathy, the insomnia,
Mm.
restlessness.
So it's an imbalance completely of the both, so not even balanced. Even when I'm in my masculine and feminine energy, they're completely imbalanced.
Yes. Yeah. So it's to find a good balance, you can use these activities, you know,
Yeah.
yoga, qigong, doing them intentionally with the idea of that like feminine energy coming forward, or that masculine of like doing coming forward, like just
Yeah.
resonating in that, like having that be.
Yeah, I like the idea of mixing up these activities that you can do, and I think I'm naturally like that as well. I like a bit mixture of the like yoga and the stretching and the Pilates type things, and then that cardio activity that you get from, I do like a mixture of that. That
I
makes
love
sense. So,
dancing. I can't explain enough. I love dancing and I love
yeah,
going for walks. But like qigong has been so helpful for me.
yeah,
I'm really excited that spring's coming and like summer is very close. Can start doing that outside, getting that like energy from the sun, being out in nature at the same time. Nature is very feminine, the sun is very masculine. You're just kind of
yeah,
charging up all of that, moving your energy around, balancing.
yeah. It's a bit small. Yeah, do you like that?
Right.
I like to moonbathe and sunbathe. I think that balances it out.
Totally. And it's interesting too, because a lot of the manifestation is done in full moons and new moons. Yes?
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I've
Yeah.
just focusing on that again. Focus on which one to pick out. Oh, we got masculine versus feminine. So just showing you more traits here. Free flowing, full of life energy. She is like the ocean.
Right.
That's the feminine, full of direction and purpose, and linear and rigid energy. Stimulated by praise, stimulated by challenge. Feminine energy is moved by love, emotions, and intimate relationships. Masculine energy is driven by his own direction, it is impersonal and goal orientated without feeling.
And it's so important to have like a good like middle ground for both of them, because either you're giving all yourself into another person or you're giving all yourself into a job. Neither of those things are good. You have to find a perfect balance so that you can remain good with you, whether or not you have that relationship, whether or not you have that job.
Yeah,
Perfect yin yang.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like that. And I really do like the idea of that, the physical exercises that you can do to balance out. Oh, I don't know what happened then.
What about doing like the physical exercises and then accessing the frequency that's more feminine or the frequency that's more masculine? There's also spices that are more feminine and spices that are more masculine. Now, you could
Yeah.
even go to the extent of burning these spices when you're trying to get into that masculine or feminine energy. Like, I know turmeric is a very feminine spice. Now, if you want to bake some turmeric while you're doing yoga, that's intentional towards either even healing your divine feminine or just honoring your divine feminine.
Yeah,
Also,
I love that. Yeah, I saw at the bottom of one of them they had some food. We didn't
yeah,
look into that much, but yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, balancing it
yes,
with your food and
seeds are
spices.
very feminine, right? Seeds are, you know, literally you plant a seed and it grows. It's a very feminine kind of energy. So pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, watermelon, uh, grapefruit, any like strawberries even have seeds in them. Very, it's a bunch of
Yeah, love
them.
it. So here's some ways you can balance them. Feminine energy, create something, paint a picture, knit a scarf, play an instrument, tap into the creative energy. That is all feminine and allow it to flow freely.
Yes.
That's using the right side of your brain.
Mhm.
And then move your body, whether it's yoga, dance, going for a walk. Another movement routine, allowing your body to move freely will cultivate your feminine desire to go with the flow and bring out inspiration. And
Yeah.
like you were saying about dance, like it's the best thing, isn't it? To let yourself go
Let
and
go.
just like I've even done like yoga moves, like not even it's just stretching, if you can stretch, you can do yoga basically, like stretching into the moves and like dancing with the music and like really just going with the flow.
Just shutting your brain off and allowing your body to just move. Like, it's so interesting when you can get into that flow state to see how your body just kind of takes over. And you don't have to think about, where am I going to put my hip? Where am I going to put my arm? Where am I going to do this?
Yeah,
Like, your body is just naturally in that flow state. And I think even a lot of nervous energy, you can see that, like, kind of want to shake it off, kind of want
yeah,
to move it out, right?
yeah, yeah. I love doing the like spontaneous stretches as well, where it's sort of I'm on the ground, just stretching into each move.
Spontaneous is also a feminine energy. Being
Yeah,
spontaneous and being able to let go and just trust the universe will provide that experience for you. It's very feminine.
yeah,
Mm.
brilliant. And then more masculine energies, set weekly goals. Do
Right.
so. Doing so will bring out your competitive side and help you follow through on the creative dreams your feminine energy inspires. Read a non-fiction book or listen to a podcast. Allowing yourself to feed your mind encourages your masculine energy to feel empowered and in control. So yeah, that's how you can put into action those things that you dream of in the dark feminine stage. As in when you're thinking of ideas and being creative.
Hmm. And what's interesting about being creative too is not focusing on the end result of that creation, is just letting go, allowing yourself to have that moment of, it could even be, imperfection, but it's still you, it's still that practice of just letting go and creating something out of that.
Yeah, exactly. And both energies step into nature often. When observing nature, we see examples of both the masculine and the feminine. The feeling of grounding that comes from placing one's feet on the ground cultivates a sense of strength and control. Yeah,
Touching a tree, just placing your hand on a tree and just allowing yourself to be present with how strong and
yeah,
like unmoving and
yeah,
uh yeah, accesses
yeah.
that
It
like
is great.
Mhm.
Great one. Let's see what else we've got. Yeah, trees, especially in winter and it's snowing and you can't get your feet on the ground.
That's what I've been doing. Like, my dog, she loves trees, so whenever I go on walks with her, kind of just like let her sniff around the trees, but like I'm putting my hand against the tree and like staying there. And I don't know if you can hear my cat wailing in the distance right now. Can you hear him?
This one.
Is that just
Yeah, we can hear a little meow.
he's so funny.
There we go. Here we've got is I don't know,
Oh yeah, it even has that toxic feminine and masculine energy.
yeah, this has got, I'll take the cursor off so you can see the bottom. This has got a good one, yeah, like you said, showing the more toxic traits.
Right. And that's just again when you're way too much into that energy and you haven't given the other energy, a lot of space to flow through you. So it's, you know,
Yeah. So, you know, and there's nothing wrong with, like, you know, seeing those traits and admitting it, and like that's how we change, isn't it? And like try and balance it out and
yeah,
be honest with ourselves,
yeah,
and know and realize the things that we do or don't do that help us, you know, tip into the negative or toxic
right.
traits. You know, for me, I know I didn't realize for a very long time actually, that I get hangry. You know, if I don't eat and get low blood sugar, I get moody,
Sure.
snappy, and I didn't realize that. You know,
Yeah, but it's
that's
just
what did it. But yeah, it's like self-care, things like that, realizing things like that about yourself. I know that will send me more into more toxic traits, I would say.
yeah,
So,
absolutely. Because you're not
self-care.
listening to that part of yourself, right?
Yeah, I mean, I do now, but yeah, obviously I know to eat now. But there was a time when I knew that if I didn't do those things, but that's how you learn and grow. You know, didn't know it, now I do know it, so I make sure I eat.
But if you weren't honest with yourself, then you would have never known that's what it was, and you wouldn't have been able to take that time to heal whatever that part of you needed to be healed. And that's why you got to have that compassion for yourself, like be understanding that this is a continuous journey. Like this is something we're going to have to learn and relearn and show up for multiple times. You know, our realities are going to have to keep kind of shifting and changing the more that we grow. And that's not a bad thing. That's amazing. You know, just be okay with not being perfect all the time.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's a growth and discovery, isn't it? Always.
Which is interesting. That's like a very feminine energy, but the masculine part of it kind of hone in and do.
Yeah. Now let's have a look at another one. See what stands out. No, we got some wounded ones here.
Yes.
So, different types of descriptions. So I won't read them all out, I guess, but you can read them. Attachment to success, fear of failure. I suppose I will read them out. Need to be right, aggressive, cold and distant, critical and judgment, selfish, stuck in the mind, not in touch with emotions, defending himself and attacking. Healthy,
Yeah,
present
absolutely.
without being distracted, non-judgmental, committed and powerful, deep integrity and humbleness, focused and disciplined, supportive and encouraging, grounded and of service, honest, logical and accountable. And it's good to see these, isn't it, really? Because sometimes we just don't know what behaviours are what, do we?
Well, that and our society is such, like, obviously, after reading that list, you can tell a lot of this world is kind of surrounded by being powerful, being, you know, logical, being accountable, you know, all of these things. It's very masculine energy. But what's interesting is the feminine energy is what creates, and what these CEOs with the ideas that they have, like that's a feminine energy that you're seeing, but it's not like shown. That creative part is a huge part of the success of the discipline. It's a lot of, it's really interesting how they merge like so like beautifully with one another, but we only focus on kind of one.
Yeah, but it's been manipulated that way, hasn't it?
Absolutely, it has. Yeah,
For sure. And lots of things have been glorified that shouldn't be, that are really negative, you know, like the narcissism of social media, you know,
Right.
for example.
Huge. Yeah, you're kind of teaching people how to be narcissists, how to only
Yeah.
care about how other people perceive you, not ever doing the inner work to make sure that that matches how you feel. It's only, well, what do they think? You know,
Yeah, it's been normalized.
it has been. But we're here to teach people that it's normal to be in your fast your feminine and your masculine. I tried to say those words at the same time.
That's
That's
funny.
a masculine.
That fits in quite well with the wounded feminine, looking for external validation, being insecure, manipulative, stuck in victimhood, excessively attached, desperate for love, sacrificing herself, overshares her emotions and has no boundaries.
Oh my
And
goodness.
the healthy feminine, strong and has boundaries, loving and supportive, vulnerable, compassionate and authentic, receptive and confident in her body, intuitive and creative, asks what she needs, enjoying the process of creation, able to relate to others by listening, sharing and creating a community.
Right.
And the polarities are massive, aren't they, really?
Massive.
You can see how that agenda there, the wounded aspect is pushed on us continually, can't you?
Disney, right? All the Disney princesses, right? Frail, need somebody to save them. You know, we're taught that they have to be tiny, they have to, like, it's all about looks. It's nothing about, like, Ariel. She gives up her voice for a man that she's never met before, you know?
Right.
Given up her voice for external things that are not, well, or just at all. Don't give up your voice.
Oh, I thought this was interesting. That and this, the essential oil, geranium, is a great one actually. I've got that behind me. So it helps to awaken the divine feminine, but it also balances the feminine and masculine energies within you.
Right.
Helps you go from a place of resistance and alignment. Excellent for perfectionists, workaholics, and people who carry a lot of work-related stress. There are other aspects, but yeah, I thought that was interesting. That essential oil is good to help. So you can use that in your diffuser.
Right. While you're doing your yoga
Yeah,
or you're doing
exactly. That's what I was going to say.
combine these things together, or even meditations. Like, I was looking on YouTube, and there's meditations to connect with your divine feminine. There's meditations to connect with your divine masculine. It's out there.
Yeah, I've got something to show actually. I'll show that in a minute. And then you can share your screen if you want. Masculine energy, stable and predictable. Can't say that. Stable and predictable. It embodies willpower, clarity, and focus. Our masculine is giving and it is located on the right side of our body. Is that right?
Well, would that make sense because it's left brain, so it's your right body?
Oh, right. Yeah, no, that's right. Feminine's left. I think I said it wrong earlier. That's why. So feminine's left, masculine's the right. The masculine likes schedules and rules. It is always logical and is great at achieving goals and working through to-do lists. It is a productive energy, very honest and righteous. The masculine is all about doing and getting things done. Focused, goal-orientated, stable, strong, structured, logical, direct, driven. Sorry, that's
Right.
That's cool. That's quite right. I think I had a feminine one over here as well. That
Oh yeah, perfect.
flowing, dynamic, and follows the heart. Our feminine energy is receiving and located on the left side of our body.
Right, but it's right.
Yeah, the feminine is connected to the soul. Feminine energy can tap into intuition easier and is creative and expressive. The feminine is good at letting things go and navigating emotions. The feminine is all about going with the flow. Soft, fluid, allowing, nurturing, sensual, empathetic, flexible, emotional. There was another one, but it's like looking through.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Oh, here we go. I think it is.
Oh, very awesome.
Yeah, it was to do with the yin and the yang in the body. So zoom in a bit more. So yeah, the yin, which is the feminine, lungs, heart, spleen, liver, kidney. the triple burner, functional energy system running through the whole body that regulates the energy of all the organs. Right, okay. And
Those are
yang,
oh,
sorry,
is that your sympathetics? Sympathetic or
your empathetic, sympathetic nervous system, not yet empathetic.
thank you. I'm just like
It's not sympathetic, it's empathetic. Yes. Okay. What am I like? Oh, yang, large intestine, small intestine, stomach, gallbladder, bladder, pericardium, which is the heart, around the heart.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's interesting. I won't read them all like that, but obviously, yeah,
So
so like eating and all of that is quite masculine
right.
energy again, isn't it?
And you would almost say if one of these are bothering you, you could kind of almost relate it to an energy blockage in your body that perhaps you're not allowing to release. Like, say you have liver issues or kidney issues. Are you maybe not honoring your yin as much? And now you have blockages in spaces that are important.
Yeah. You know,
Regulate.
that just made me think actually, when you get acupuncture and obviously do acupressure on the chi lines in your body, balancing the yin and the yang energies, like they're either more yin or yang, and that's hot or cold as well. And they do certain things if it's hot or cold or up or down, whatever, that they know, more yin or yang, they do the treatment specific to that in the body. And I wonder whether having that out of balance, different chi points out of balance in your body affects the fact that your masculine and feminine energies are in alignment or are out of balance, because you've got many things out of balance in your chi.
Right.
Yeah, it must be.
It must be.
Just a thought.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I'll leave that, and there's just things you can do, like listen to like frequency music to balance it, like while you're doing yoga or meditating.
I've been taking baths, like extremely sacred baths. I've been incorporating as much like as I can into that experience of like water and like charging. You know, our bodies are 80% plus water. Being in water, just having that connection of being able to transmute a lot of stuff, being able to combine the frequency, the smells, the crystals. Like, we didn't talk too much about crystals for your.
Would you like to share what you have about the crystals? Did you have it up on the screen? You can do screen share if you want.
I just took some notes.
Oh, okay.
But
that's perfect. Yeah, because you can have baths and use the crystals, because you did some research on what are masculine and feminine crystals, didn't you?
Yeah. So basically, any crystal that like resides with the moon energy, those are going to be your feminine crystals. All the crystals that relate to the sun, that's going to be your masculine crystals. So like for your moon, you got your moonstones. For your sun, you got like jasper, citrines,
carnelian.
And then
it's actually a sunstone as well.
Sunstone. That makes sense. And then what's interesting is when you can find a crystal that is like cloudy, but also beautiful.
Sunstone.
When you can find a crystal that's both cloudy and clear, you're going to have more of a yin yang kind of energy. So they're almost perfect to meditate with, to equalize both energies, because they have like a perfect amount of them. So like to clear and to cloudiness ratio. I think it's really interesting. Like a lot of our crystals that we use to manifest or to create or to push something through, they're all clear. And then the crystals that we use to kind of like, I don't know, to like ground ourselves, those ones are a little bit more like dense. So it's interesting.
Yeah, it is. So I guess like a smoky quartz would be quite good.
Perfect.
Amethyst.
Yeah, amethyst. Even rose quartz, you can get some that
Yeah.
are a little cloudy and a little
Yeah,
clear.
this is actually quite, but I suppose it's quite polished.
Yeah, it's perfect. Exactly.
It's quite a masculine shape though, isn't
And
it?
it's also, yeah, it's very phallic-like.
Yes, it is. That's obviously been carved, that one. But
Nice.
yeah, that's great. That's brilliant. You set up a little altar and
Exactly.
chakra balancing and divine feminine and masculine.
Like a little like ley line or whatever that you like to help with your meditation practices. Basically, there's ways that you can utilize that moment to like really hone in your divine and masculine, feminine, masculine energies. Very cool.
Yeah, I wish I'd found some more essential oils actually, but they do relate to as well.
But yeah, whatever essential oil resonates with the moon, whatever essential oil resonates with the sun, it's like very easy to find what spices resonate more with the moon, what spices resonate more with the sun. It's just at least a little bit easier to search up.
Yeah, makes
Yeah, I
sense.
didn't got a few stuff. Yeah, like turmeric is good for feminine energy. You can even have teas that help.
Yeah. I can't think of spices off the top of my head.
Cinnamon is
I was thinking
like clove.
like this, this necklace, it's Isis. I was thinking of Isis and Osiris. That's the divine masculine feminine. I know that's not food. I don't know why I was just thinking of that. Oh yeah, I know why, because I was thinking of the tarot and like what cards represent it.
True.
In the tarot, and I think it must be the Emperor and the Empress.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. The sun and the moon cards.
Yeah, I thought about the sun and the moon. But how they help you balance it, I don't know. But just maybe if you're doing a reading and those cards come out, they're representing the divine, the aspects in yourself. And maybe if they come out in reverse, then it's in balance.
Yeah, I also did. I did a really neat meditation where I met my divine feminine self. I was able to like go to a space where, she showed herself to me. It's quite an experience to like actually meet her.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful. I have to share.
Yeah. Here.
Just share the meditation.
Go.
I was thinking of things that I do that are masculine.
So I can definitely put a lot of these links also in the description. This one's a yin yoga
It's wonderful. I love vinyasa.
Amazing. Yeah. Deep stretches. And then I got a qigong exercise. It's less than 10 minutes, but it's to move your chi around, and you can also be seated while you do this. Which
Brilliant. Yeah, it looks really
myself. It's helpful.
Not too long.
Yeah, exactly. Really quick. Just find that. Yeah. My computer's telling me I'm lagging. Fine. I don't mind. I can lag. I'll wait for you, computer. That's the patience that I have. While this loads.
Yeah, you know what? That's what wasn't loading for me earlier.
Okay.
Do you remember when I was setting it up?
Yeah.
It wouldn't load.
Here, what if I stop sharing? Right. Maybe that's what it is. maybe it's honing in too much on one particular thing.
I wasn't sharing when I was doing it, and it wasn't. But maybe there's a glitch on YouTube at the moment. That's what I was thinking. If it's happening on yours as well, it's a bit strange, isn't it?
Oh, that is interesting.
Bit
It's
strange.
like everything's loading, just like my ability to get into.
What were you waiting to load?
I'm looking for just to go through my history, because my history has I just listened to it there. But I can just search it again. I'm sure I'll be able to find it easy. Yeah, easy peasy.
I was thinking of masculine things that I do.
People with ADHD, sorry.
I'm not sure. I guess that when I get angry and when I don't know. I'm not very good at doing the like. I know it sounds. I don't know what it sounds like, but you know, like the masculine thing, or like practical things. Sometimes I try, but I'm not very good at it.
Yeah, I completely agree. I feel very out of touch with my feminine side. I feel very out of touch with my masculine side. And that's why we learn. How we figure these things out.
For sure. Welcome.
Yeah. Gotta move it now.
Welcome.
So yeah, I'll put this link in the description as well. But this one helped me, meet her. That was an experience. Just I could have never expected such a being to come forth and show itself to me. It was really magical. She was like draped in like this golden satin. She had like this long, huge hair. It was like kind of Meg from Hercules. You've seen that Disney movie? It was just like big and flowing, and then there was this like golden like tiara crown that like shot up, and just like connected like a big braid that just like flowed down. It was like it's very it was very detailed, but also like I was kind of shocked to see that. You know, I've never pictured that kind of thing before, so for it to just be so like this is what it is.
Yeah, that's amazing, isn't it?
It was really, really cool. So yeah, I highly recommend this one.
Check it out.
Yeah. Else.
What else should we up to us?
Yeah.
I can hear cats doing that thing, you know, the male cats outside doing that thing.
They're like, war, war.
Yeah. It's really loud.
So this article is interesting. It's talking about a sexual interaction this woman had with her husband, where she wasn't feeling intimate, but his acceptance of her not feeling intimate gave her a masculine drive because her feminine side was heard, and that masculine energy came through and was just like, wow, okay, well, I really appreciate you listening to the feminine. Now here's my masculine energy of doing. And where she wasn't wanting to be intimate before, that like surrender and that like listening of being heard allowed her to access that like intimacy in that moment again. So she like turned her back. She like understood that she was heard, and then she was just like, wait a second, that's kind of hot.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, I can see how that would happen. Yeah.
Right. And I just think that's really interesting to have like I don't know, I can understand that energy a lot, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then this one's interesting. I find the mm, I find Tantra just really, really interesting because it is so, it combines both the male and feminine energies in a way that you can use in an intimate situation, which I think it's important to be able to flow between the masculine and feminine when you're intimate with somebody, because
Yeah.
you know, you kind of get that like unison of
Yeah.
each other
Definitely.
instead of just being fully giving or being fully like receiving.
Yeah.
You know, it's important to have that flow. I think everybody can understand what I'm saying
Yeah.
instead of going into detail.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. And when you said it, I had that, you know, the infinity symbol, like the energy flow. And it's like that connection point, I guess. I was seeing it as, you know, I see quite visual things explaining
Well,
things.
that's cool because I was actually thinking of a golden uh, infinity sign when I was.
Ah, there you go. I picked up on it.
It's
There you
funny
go.
to pick up on that.
Yeah, because that is exactly how I see the energy flow, and that's an equal flow, isn't it? Like you said, not too much of either. That's the perfect balance. Yeah, I've always been fascinated in tantra, but never partaken.
That's the thing is like a lot of this stuff I'm like I'm gonna have to utilize this going forward
Yeah.
more now that I understand why maybe I felt uncomfortable in situations or
It's-
weird, like, you know, being outside of that ability to know myself enough
yeah.
not to, you know,
Mm.
trying to be as PG as possible.
I think you should be.
But yeah, and here's the article I found on crystals.
Oh yeah,
So,
brilliant.
so your feminine crystals, they're more cloudy, they're more milky. Your masculine crystals are more clear. The yin yang,
Glasses on. I don't know if it helps.
the yin yang crystals are obviously half cloudy, half clear. And just because a crystal presents as a feminine or masculine doesn't guarantee that the energy is going to match that autonomy. So you got to be really like understanding of that, like clear and cloudiness. Like, because you could get a clear crystal that is more moon based or feminine or yin, oh, but it could be like, yeah, clearer. So it's got like more of a masculine energy in the feminine crystal.
Yeah. Just having a little read through them.
Yeah, so your feminine crystals are going to help you connect with your feminine nature. So they have a soft, mysterious energy. They are intuitive, nurturing, receptive. And then your masculine crystals are going to help you get to the point. Their energy is going to be sharp, direct. They're more action oriented when projecting energy. And then, yeah, your yin yang crystals are going to be the combination of the both. Here's some pictures of what they're talking about. So you can see you have, I don't even know what crystal this is. Maybe a quartz? Let's just say it's quartz. You can see that the half of it is cloudy and the top part of it is clear.
Yeah, like where they've broken off from their geode, isn't it? Or something.
Yeah, or whatever causes that to happen. But then being able to meditate with these particular crystals, you know, you're going to find that balance a little bit more.
Yeah, great. It's great to have a visualization of what that an example is.
What that kind of looks like, yeah. Yeah, because like I feel like, you know, this is half and half clear, half cloudy. Can you see if I go like this? You can kind of see like almost straight down the middle. This side's more cloudy, this side's more clear.
Yeah, actually.
But you would think like an amethyst is more of a masculine energy because protective, you know, strong. But this is a yin yang because it has half and half.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
But, I was just thinking if I've got any, yeah, I don't think that is like proof. pretty rough. I don't know though. Could well be.
Yeah, because you can see the tip of it is very clear, but then the bottom of it is more cloudy.
Yeah, it's like still on the rock that
Right.
the geodot. Yeah.
Let me just go back to my notes here. Notes. Yin energy is a very like resonating energy. So say you just went through something intense and you don't allow yourself to sit with it and understand it and appreciate how far you've come or the journey or any of that, that's not living in your yin. So to take the time to like journal your thoughts or sit and really think about how far you've come and all the decisions that you've made. It's a very feminine energy, and it's something that's like really important for us in moving forward from really intense situations. It's like honoring that situation by, you know, realizing just exactly how that situation went. And the way that you can do that, you know, is by journaling, by taking long walks, long drives, basically anywhere where you can kind of just like allow your brain to just think about it and understand it. And then you can kind of process it and like leave it, you know, or you're just going to push it down and never really understand just like how strong you are and how impressive it is for you to experience something like that, come out of it much stronger and or however that situation leaves you. Yeah, and we talked about how this world is a male dominant world.
Yeah.
But yeah, then the law of attraction is a very feminine energy, that like letting go, like understanding that like you ask the universe for what you want and now you have to be okay whether you get it or not and understand that it's also yours regardless. Right? Am I getting that right? Yeah.
Got some good notes. Are you done sharing on the thing? I'm just going to stop that. Get us big again.
Yeah, that's all I got for notes today.
My eyes start struggling looking at the little thing. It's getting quite late here.
Yeah, we're on very opposite times.
Yeah, we are. You're getting up and going out for the day, and I'm going to bed, and vice versa, aren't we? Usually,
we're yin yang.
we are. Indeed. I'll take those off now. I'd have to read anything. Well, yeah, I think it's been a good chat. I think that's a good time to
Wrap it up.
Yeah, wrap it up. And don't like making the videos too long. They're off-putting,
No.
I think.
Yeah.
But we've got some interesting info, some food for thought, literally.
Right. Legitimately, yeah, like the different types of food that are masculine,
Yeah,
types of food that are feminine.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to work on, and I have been actually. I looked at some other videos I didn't show, but it was just you know, just how to be more feminine, you know, which you know, just not over talking, being just. I can't remember now. I should have got the list out, shouldn't I? It was just. Yeah, I don't know, just, you know, like making yourself like look nice and stuff like that. Not for anybody else, but just because it's a more feminine thing to do, isn't it? You know, not just. I know on the days and I just don't make any effort on myself. It's me that knows I haven't made any effort and I don't feel good.
Exactly.
Yeah, it makes me feel low. So yeah, just things like that. You know, you'll know when you. It's like our own personal journey, isn't it? We can't tell anybody what to do. So
Look
whatever. Yeah, whatever traits you feel. I definitely feel interested in balancing myself out with the sports and the fitness and, and those sort of energies a bit more, because I definitely, after being ill, let things slip a little bit.
Yeah,
So,
it's so important to have that like equal mental, physical, and spiritual. We need to have a unison of all these three. And yeah, both of us have been extremely ill lately, but
yeah,
we're coming out of it.
yeah, we're coming out of it. Hence the lack of videos. I've just been a bit under the weather.
100%, both of us, yeah. Like
Yeah.
a month? How'd that fly by? Oh, right, because I was dying.
Yeah. We're still here. And do another video tomorrow, won't we?
Yes, we are.
Wednesday. Well, thanks for joining us, everyone. And everyone who's watched, we'll try and get as many links as we can underneath the video, comment, and all of that.
Yeah,
And we love you all.
We love you so much. Resonate in your divine and your divine feminine and masculine, and understand that you're going to have on days, you're going to have off days, and be okay with that journey. And we love you.
Yeah, I love that.
I love you.